NFL on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason. He completes this one to Mack. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back 1st downs. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A look at the numbers for Ross from last week. He was the focal point. Big game, up over 200 yards and a score.
And one thing I do know, when you put up numbers like that, the next team you're going to play, unless they're extremely arrogant, all they're thinking is, what can we throw at him that's going to be different and is going to knock him off his game?
Eason on 2nd down. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get that one to his running back, Marlon Mack. And it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the...
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play that time for the Colts. 42 yards. And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They get 6 yards going for it on, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The numbers for him from a week ago. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jared Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
6 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Albert Okuebuna, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
That was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now this will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Four down.
They run with Connor. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Jared Davis with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget the...
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 60 Maverick. Go.
1st and 10, Eason. He's going to fire one deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Albert O with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. A quick pass to Kupp. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
3.
1st down, Rams.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Right side complete. That's Woods. 20, 10, touchdown LA. Robert Woods, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 91 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Blankenship out to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, you're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
58 right there. Stop your whining. 58 to Mike, 58. 58.
Garoppolo now. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
All day, punt. 58, 58, Mike. It's our time. It's our time.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Colts take over 1st.
So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers a week ago to Tennessee, but they're on top right now as they come up here 1st and 10.
53's Mike. Come up the ball hard. Mike, 53.
From the gun is Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
On the coverage.
To throw again. Eason. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
That's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the "Be Aggressive" chant behind him, and he listened to it.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up second and 7. At the Colts' 25-yard line.
58, right there.
I'm coming for you. You mind?
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jarrad Davis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
58's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. 58.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Looking for Campbell downfield. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And the Rams first down.
58's the mic. It's our field. It's our field.
Garoppolo on first down. He finds Aguilar over the middle.
Hey, come on.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and a yard at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Get the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jarrad Davis getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa, and the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. Throwing on 1st down, Eason firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts just continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one sent away. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on the job.
And now look at him go. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Going deep downfield for Roll. This is caught inside the 15. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So we hit halftime here, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does.
Robert Woods. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. This is Connor. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Man out. 58 to the right.
Right back to Connor here on first. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jared Davis. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the draw, Connor. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
58 to Mike.
Hey, check.
Garoppolo. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. On 1st and 10, Eason. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Going deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for Indy, and even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
He was looking for Albert Okuegbunam was the target there,
but it's going to be 2nd down.
Hey, check, Mike.
Throwing again. Eason. He completes this one to Mack.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Eason. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? From the gun, Eason. This will be caught at about the 5. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp. 92 yards. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Going deep. Oh, wide open. Complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Connor. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. James Conner, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that...
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 47 yards. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Oh, why are we doing this?
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
Let's go. Let's do this.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
Unbelievable.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Let's go, defense.
On the draw, Connor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
4 down, 4
And
down.
it's 3rd down.
Connor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10.
Indy set to go on offense once more. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just...
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts have got it on cruise control.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Indianapolis.
Here we go.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Give the sack to Kemoko Turay.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And now this time, an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Here we go. 180. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 58's the money.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, 58 is a mic. Go 58.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
58's the mic. 58. 58's the mic. I'm coming up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those
It's caught at the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, 53 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Julian Okwara picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. From the gun. Eason. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. 1st and 10, Eason. And he fires one incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Albert Okuebuna there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the Rams getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Right side complete. That's Woods. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And now it's second down.
He was defended by Julian Blackman.
58, boys, 58, 58 is Mike. They can't hang with us.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never.
Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. L.A. readies for its next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now that'll be caught by Kupp. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
58 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 39.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
Watch tight end. We got 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over first and 10.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play.
It got his man complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an